Well, Steve, it's another frustrating night score-wise. What's your analysis of the match?
Well, I mean, we're disappointed because it seems to have been the last 2-3 home games have been similar to what we've seen tonight. I mean, we've gone behind by a wonder goal, which has set everybody back on their heels, because the first half in particular I thought it's the best we've played for a long time, especially at home, and created 1 or 2 really good opportunities. We needed then, to be a bit more clinical, where everybody seems anxious at the moment, the supporters, the team, and that's not a great thing to have at this particular moment. So I can understand why, because we've blew everybody away apart from the last 3-4 weeks at home, and we'll give ourselves a real good opportunity, and we haven't been able to take it again, which is deeply frustrating.
Would it be a fair assumption to say that a couple of players, possibly the full-backs, look a little bit tired?
Well, they've played a hell of a lot and they're only young. I agree with you there. You know, that energy and zip, as I said, they can play every day, a footballer. I don't want to make that an excuse, but we have had a grueling schedule over the last month or so, which, when you look at it, you could analyse and say it takes its toll, because certainly they looked a bit leggy, and they've played, as I said, a lot of games lately. But we've still got 10 to go. We've got an international break coming up shortly, so let's hope we can go up to Middlesbrough on Friday and produce a big performance.
Does it surprise you as well, with the points that we've scored so far, that we aren't in the top 2?
We've got to make sure that we're not going to give up. That's for certain. You know, we've got it all to play for. There's 3 or 4 teams separated by a point, so all to play for. Disappointing for us because we've had the opportunities, but then again, so is Middlesbrough and so is Brighton, and that's what happens.
Well, back to tonight as well. The surprise was that Nottingham Forest in the first half looked like they actually wanted to come and play football. It's something we haven't seen from the opposition for a while.
They've been buoyed by the great goal. That's given them good hope. But, you know, it was pretty open in the first half. The game was quite open. And unfortunately, we have a really good chance to make it 1-0. The bell's hit the post and Diami's got a really good chance to score. Haven't taken it. And they've blasted one in from 35 yards, which has set everybody on their heels. So it's turned out to be one of them frustrating nights, which has happened in the last 2-3 weeks. So, you know, let's dust ourselves down, get ready for the next challenge.
Do you feel it's just a case of getting the lucky break then, I suppose?
It's not all luck. You create your luck. You create a luck and you create a spirit. But I think everybody at the moment is anxious. And when you're playing football, they're anxious, from the supporters to the players to the coaching staff to the management. You know, everybody's a bit anxious and edgy, because that's happened 2-3 times now at home, which is frustrating.
And the last one, with Aluko scoring tonight as well, do you think that's going to energise the player for the last couple of matches of the season?
He's done really well, Shawnee, of late. So we'll see. He's put himself right in the shop window, and to be selected. You know, we all know he can play at this level, and he's done particularly well of late.